Luther King Jr. national holiday. And we welcome you to our coverage of the NBA on TNT with a doubleheader. We're in Studio J in Atlanta, TNT NBA tip-off presented by Autotrader.com. Ernie John.
Where we are today are so close. And his speeches, his poignant messages, his messaging is so poignant today as it was in those eras. And I think the one thing that we just realize is how close, again, how the proximity is and how much we've changed, but how much we still have to overcome in terms of, you know, the recent actions and recent violence and recent uprisings and things of that nature. But it's just a great day in terms of remembrance of someone that in our lifetime has changed things, not only for the better, but now the future that we, and in the present that we live in.
You know, we all know that Dr. Martin Luther King was an educated man. You know, he transcends all people. Wish he was here today. You know, he's one of the people in my life that I would say thank you to every day, along with my mother Lucille and my father who recently passed away. He taught me a lot, you know, especially about faith. You know, one of his famous quotes is, "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." You know, he has a plethora of quotes that we all live by today. But, you know, not only should we live and cherish this day, we should do it every day.
You know, Ernie, the word hero's thrown around way too much. And I went and saw the movie Selma over the weekend, and I was reading the credits after the movie and some of the people who, from Andrew Young, people like that who went on to become John Lewis. I didn't realize, I knew he was young, but I didn't realize Dr. King was only 39. And to die that young and still have historical significance is really remarkable. And I challenge every young kid out there, black and white, to go see the movie. It was an amazing movie. And I want to thank the NBA for making this a big deal every year. It's amazing, you know, a league dominated by black men. I just think it's really important and significant that we do pay tribute to Dr. King. But like I say, the word hero is thrown around way too often, but not in this case.
If you get a chance, and I did this today on my way into work, went to the Center for Civil and Human Rights, opened in June in downtown Atlanta, down there by the aquarium and the World of Coca-Cola and everything. Awesome. Just an awesome walking tour of 3 floors. That takes you back. You can listen to some of his speeches. You can listen to some of his addresses from the pulpit. Just dynamic. And again, to your point too, you look at how far we have come from seeing those images that they have at the museum and the video of just the abuse that was going on. And you went and saw the movie Selma, and you think of where we are today. But I think the message that keeps coming back to me, and you guys had it as athletes, I try to have it as a professional, is that you're never satisfied and you never want to stop. And you may have come a long way, but you're never done.
Yeah, because it's difficult a lot of times to take things that have been embedded into a textbook, embedded into a society, embedded into a mindset, and then change it in 50 years. So a lot of times the things that you might think that are acceptable or normal are really not normal and typical and atypical. And I think that's the message that I always kind of live with today, is trying to challenge myself to think that the things that I feel comfortable with and thought that are okay, are they really okay? Do they really have the same meaning that they should have? And I think that's another step that we all can take.
And I think for myself, being from Alabama, civil rights means a big deal to me. And my grandmother, who's the greatest person who's ever been in my life, always said to me, there's a lot of people did heavy lifting to make you become successful. And the one thing you don't want to do is screw it up. You know, one problem we have in the black community, there's a lot of self-inflicted wounds. You can't do that. At some point, I only want to be positive. I never wanted to do anything, because my grandmother always talked about Nelson Mandela and Dr. King. And I always told her the biggest influence in my life has always been Muhammad Ali. Happy birthday, champ. Always, and I've done stupid things and always going to continue to do stupid things because you're human.